is from South Korea, speaks Korean, and has also lived in India and Germany. She came to AIS in grade 5. She was MUN Undersecretary General in Gaia, plays cello, and was in honor orchestra for 4 years. Jenny has been accepted to Emory University. Her favorite quote is, "The brick walls are there to stop the people who don't want it badly enough." Jenny thanks her friends, teachers, and most importantly, family members for their support.
Yasmin Araki.
Yasmin is from Israel, has attended AIS since grade 6, lived in Kenya, and also speaks Arabic. She has been involved in Gaia and MUN as a chair. Next year, she will attend Tel Aviv University. Her favorite quote is, "Yesterday was history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift." That's why they call it the present. She thanks her parents, brothers, and family for their support, and her friends and teachers for making high school unforgettable. Daniel is American and has also lived in Tunisia, Egypt, Turkey, and Sweden. He came to AIS in grade 10 from the Stockholm International School. Next year he will attend Yale NUS in Singapore. His favorite quote is, "Always borrow money from a pessimist. He won't expect it back." He thanks the faculty and friends he had at AIS.
Gershon Ballas.
Gershon is Israeli and speaks Hebrew. He came to AIS in grade 7 and has been involved in basketball, robotics, and tennis. Next year he will serve in the Israel Defense Forces. His words of wisdom are, sometimes one has to look at the empty half of the glass so that he will be able to fill it back up.
Tomer Khan.
Tomer is Israeli and German, has lived in the U.S. and the Philippines, speaks Hebrew, and came to AIS in grade 7. He enjoys guitar, tennis, Krav Maga, scuba diving, and traveling. Next year he will serve in the Israel Defense Forces. His favorite quote is, "Man can live about 40 days without food, about 3 days without water, about 8 minutes without air, but only for 1 second without hope."
Melanie Assouf.
Melanie is from France, speaks French and Hebrew, and came to AIS in grade 10. She has been involved in Food for Families, MUN Admin, NAHS, NHS, and helped organize the fashion show. Next year she will attend the University of Southern California. Her favorite quote is, "All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them." She thanks her parents for giving her the chance to live an amazing experience at AIS, and her friends and teachers for making it unforgettable.
Maya Perry.
American and Israeli, has lived in England and Puerto Rico, speaks Hebrew, and came to AIS in grade 10. She has been involved in Food for Families, basketball, the fashion show, Time On Admin, NAHS, and hockey marathon captain. Next year she will serve in the Israel Defense Forces. Her favorite quote is, "One day your life will flash before your eyes. Make sure it's worth watching." Renita Dundapati.
Has studied at AIS since grade 2. She was involved in basketball, soccer, Food for Families, Alut Institute, Make-A-Wish, and Time on Security. Next year she will attend IDC in Herzliya. Her favorite quote is, "You only live once, so cherish every moment and live life to the fullest."
Tali Fleischman Sofer. Israeli,
has lived in the U.S. and Mexico and speaks Spanish and Hebrew. She came to AIS in grade 11 and loves soccer, tennis, biking, being with friends, balancing things on her chin, and having adventures. Next year she will attend Brandeis University. Her favorite quote is, "Spread love everywhere you go. Let no one ever come to you without leaving happier."
Zoe Katz Kaplan.
Sophie is American and Israeli, speaks Hebrew, and came to AIS in grade 9. She's been involved in varsity tennis and girls club. Next year she will study at the Center for Kosher Culinary Arts and then serve in the Israel Defense Forces. Her favorite quote is, "Write it on your heart that every day is the best day in the year."
Leah Shokran.
Israeli and French, has lived in Singapore, England, and France. She came to AIS in grade 8 and has served as MUN Secretary General and was in school plays. Next year she will serve in the Israel Defense Forces. Her favorite quote is life not 1,000 times too short for us to bore ourselves?"
Michelle Eduarda Sindiakov.
Michelle is Australian Russian, Hebrew, and Spanish, and came to AIS in grade 9. She was hockey marathon captain, the word editor, Time One newspaper editor, Spanish club president, Gaia chair, water polo assistant coach, and enjoys photography and volunteering. Next year she will attend American University. Her favorite quote is, "All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them." She thanks her family, friends, and teachers for all their love and support.
Haesung Heather Kim.
And has lived in the U.S. She speaks Korean and came to AIS in grade 8. Next year she will attend the Pratt Institute where she will study architecture.
Second row, please stand. Allison is American, has lived in Hong Kong, Beijing, London, Jordan, and Singapore, and came to AIS last year from the American International School in Singapore. She was vice president of the National Art Honor Society, mentored middle school girls, and led Bible Club. Next year, she will attend Abilene Christian University. Her favorite quote is, "Faith is taking the first step, even when you don't see the whole staircase." She had an amazing 2 years at AIS, and thanks you all for being a part of it. Jessica is American, has lived in Vietnam, Taiwan, and China, speaks Chinese, and came to AIS last year from the International School of Beijing. She was involved in Mamma Mia, Aladdin, and Legally Blonde, the fashion show, NHS, Shalom Ensemble, and Food for Families. Next year, she will attend Wellesley College. Her favorite quote is, "It is our choices that show what we truly are, far more than our abilities." Jessica thanks her parents. Bella is German, speaks German and French, and came to AIS in grade 9. She has been involved in soccer and basketball. Next year, she will attend the University of Sheffield in the UK. Her favorite quote is, "I've learned one thing, and that's to quit worrying about stupid things."
Manpreet Sebastian.
Manpreet is from India, speaks Hindi and Malayalam, and came to AIS in grade 10. She enjoys reading, and next year plans on studying English literature or engineering in India. Her favorite quote is, "When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it."
Mocha La Olua Lapido Obasa.
Demi is both Nigerian and American, came to AIS last year from South Island School, and has lived in France, Nigeria, Botswana, and Hong Kong. She speaks French and has been a student leader in Gaia, active in MUN conflict resolution, choir, volunteering at Nazareth Summer Camp, and other charities. Next year, she will attend George Washington University. Her favorite quote is, "The only way to do work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle."
Valentine Komisarov.
Ella is Israeli and Ukrainian, speaks Russian, Hebrew, and Spanish, and has attended AIS since grade 4. She has been involved in MUN and enjoys singing, playing piano, writing music, and arguing about politics. Next year, she will study at Berklee College of Music. Her favorite quote is, "The natural distribution is neither just nor unjust, nor is it unjust that persons are born into a society at some particular position. These are simply natural facts. What is just and unjust is the way that institutions deal with these facts."
Danielle Oxford MacDonald.
Danielle is American and has lived in Venezuela, Holland, England, and Denmark. She came to AIS this year from Memorial High School and Copenhagen International School. Danielle has been involved in volleyball, basketball, softball, and NHS. Next year, she will attend Stanford University.
Yeah.
Jeffrey David McDonald.
Jeffrey is American and has lived in Venezuela, the Netherlands, England, and Denmark. He came to AIS this year from Copenhagen International School. and Memorial Senior High School. He enjoyed MUN, volleyball, and Falcon TV. Next year, he will attend the University of Southern California for the Cinematic Arts. His favorite quote is, "And so with the sunshine and the great bursts of leaves growing on the trees, just as things grow fast in movies, I had that familiar conviction that life was beginning over again with the summer."
Lindsay Page McDonald.
In Venezuela, Holland, England, and Denmark. She came to AIS this year from Copenhagen International School and Memorial High School. She has been involved in volleyball, basketball, softball, MUN, and NHS. Next year, she will attend Vanderbilt University. Her favorite quote is, "Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory."
Yael Holtz.
Yael was American Israeli and came to AIS in grade 7. She's been involved in softball, soccer, Make-A-Wish, and was the NAHS secretary. Next year, she will serve in the Israel Defense Forces. Her favorite quote is, "And those who were seen dancing were thought to be insane by those who could not hear the music."
Michaela Israel.
French and came to AIS in grade 8. She has been involved in softball, dance, soccer, volleyball, and was hockey marathon captain. Next year, she will serve in the Israel Defense Forces. Her favorite quote is, "We all take different paths in life, but no matter where you go, we take a little of each other everywhere." She thanks her parents for this amazing opportunity and her sister Ariel for always being there for her.
Meitav Jamal.
Israel and France and speaks Hebrew and has lived in the Philippines. She came to AIS in grade 10 from the International School of Manila. She was a fashion show organizer, had the lead in the musical Legally Blonde, was head of MUN Press, and was in Scouts. Next year, she will spend the year in Israel volunteering. Her favorite quote is, "A day without laughter is a day wasted."
Sharon Horry.
Hebrew and came to AIS in grade 4. She was MUN head admin and played soccer, basketball, and softball. Next year, she will serve in the Israel Defense Forces. Her favorite quote is, "To know your limits, you need to exceed them now and then."
Third row, please stand. Maya is Israeli and British, has lived in London and Switzerland, and speaks Hebrew, Spanish, and German. She came to AIS this year and has been involved in volleyball and in the Legally Blonde musical. Next year, she will serve in the Israel Defense Forces. Her favorite quote is, "You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough."
Elizabeth Benai.
Lizzie is American, speaks Hebrew, and has lived in Belgium. She came to AIS in grade 5 and enjoys writing screenplays, short stories, copywriting, journalism, and photography. Next year, she will take a gap year doing community service in Tel Aviv with children. Her favorite quote is, "Youth has no age."
Christina Noel.
Is American, speaks Spanish, and has lived in Spain. She came to AIS last year and enjoys Irish dancing, running, and photography. Next year, she will attend Colorado State University. Her favorite quote is, "We must act out passion before we can feel it." She adds, "AIS will forever be in her heart, and she'll miss it every day she's gone." Jonathan is Dutch, speaks Hebrew, Dutch, and German, and came to AIS in grade 10. He has been involved in swimming, running, scuba diving, volleyball, and Bible club. Next year, he will study psychology at IDC in Herzliya. His favorite quote is, "My flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever."
Giovanni Domenico.
Giovanni is Italian, speaks Italian and Spanish, and has lived in Germany. He came to AIS in grade 10 and was involved in soccer, volleyball, Gaia, and the fashion show. Next year, he will attend Luis University in Rome. His favorite quote is, "You cannot teach a man anything. You can only help him discover it in himself."
Charles Springs.
America and Tanzania and returned to AIS this year from Florida. Next year, he will attend American University. He thanks his mom and dad for everything they have done for him.
Daniel Bruno.
Daniel is Israeli, has lived in Russia, and speaks Russian. He has been studying at AIS since grade 3. Next year, he will serve in the Israel Defense Forces. Neve Confino.
Neve is American and Israeli, speaks Hebrew and Spanish, and came to AIS in grade 5. He enjoys basketball and volunteering with disabled people. Next year, he will attend the University of Toronto. His favorite quote is, "Limits, like fears, are often just an illusion."
Alexis Garcia Rozier.
Spanish, French, and Catalan, and came to AIS in grade 9 from the British International School of Shanghai. He loves water sports. Next year, he plans on studying at the veterinarian school in Madrid.
Jacob Alexander Simons.
And Germany. He came to AIS in grade 10 from the Frankfurt International School. He has been active in soccer and baseball. Next year he will attend Brigham Young University in Idaho. His favorite quote is, "The antidote for pride is humility."
John Jack Luther Harvey.
Ethiopia, Haiti, Kazakhstan, Jordan, and Serbia, and speaks some Serbian. He came to AIS in grade 10 and has been involved in ISST soccer and baseball for a total of 8 tournaments. Next year, he will attend Virginia Military Institute.
Sheer Yvette.
And came to AIS 2 years ago when she was evacuated from Egypt. Previously, she attended Cairo American College and Amit Amal High School. Sheer has been involved in basketball, volleyball, tennis, NHS, NAHS, the Hebrew Language Honor Society, Scouts, Make-A-Wish, Food for Families, Taimun, and volunteering at Enosh. Next year, she will serve in the Israel Defense Forces.
Daniel Gillinson.
Daniel is Israeli, speaks Russian and Hebrew, and has lived in England. He came to AIS in grade 5 and has been an avid tennis and soccer player. Next year, he will serve in the Israel Defense Forces. His favorite quote is, "Remember the past, live in the present, believe in the future."
Fourth row, please stand. Maya Shapiro. Maya is Israeli and German, has lived in Ecuador and Argentina, and speaks Hebrew and Spanish. She came to AIS in grade 10 from Academia Cotopaxi. She has been involved in Gaia and swimming. Next year, she will serve in the Israel Defense Forces.
Talia Josephine Gal Calder.
Talia is American and Israeli and speaks Hebrew. She has been studying at AIS since 3rd grade. She was president of Make-A-Wish, member of National Arts Honor Society, and acted in Mamma Mia and Legally Blonde. Next year, she will serve in the Israel Defense Forces Mechina program. Her favorite quote is, "I'm trying to find the nail head, not just strike the blow."
Zoe Gary.
Zoe is American, Israeli, British, and South African. She has lived in the U.S. and South Korea and speaks Hebrew. She came to AIS in grade 7 and has been involved in MUN, was National Arts Honor Society president, and in Make-A-Wish. Next year, she will attend Wesleyan University. Her favorite quote is, "How happy is the blameless Vestal's lot, the world forgetting by the world forgot. Eternal sunshine of the spotless mind, each prayer accepted and each wish resigned."
Conrad Kusel.
Conrad is Polish, speaks Polish, has lived in Lebanon, and previously attended the American Community School in Beirut. He has been involved in volleyball, receiving 2 all-tournament ISST awards, acting and chorus. Next year, he will attend the University of Warsaw. His favorite quote is, "Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken."
Yash Raval.
Yash is from India, speaks Hindi, Gujarati, Hebrew, French, and Spanish, and has attended AIS since, get this, kindergarten. He has been involved in MUN, Gaia, baseball, robotics, Spanish club, book club, chorus, and volunteered at Apex Hospital. Next year, he will attend the State University of New York at Albany. His favorite quote is, "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." Avi is from India and speaks Hindi and Punjabi. He came to AIS in grade 10 from KV High School in New Delhi. He loves cricket, participated in the AIS Ping Pong Championship, and baseball. Next year, he will study in India. His favorite quote is, "Do or do not. There is no try." He adds that at AIS he noticed how people are so different yet so similar. He wishes all the very best to the school.
Inti Eli Anais.
Eli is Israeli, has lived in Argentina, and speaks Hebrew and Spanish. He came to AIS in grade 10 and has led the math lab and was active in Gaia. Next year he will serve in the Israel Defense Forces. His favorite quote is, "Aim high, but try to have a backup plan." Jan Hodorowicz.
Jan is Polish, speaks Polish, and has lived in Poland, Zimbabwe, and Syria. He came to AIS this year. He has been involved in the National Arts Honor Society. Next year he will attend Shankar College of Engineering and Design.
Nir Yosef Kabesa.
Has lived in the U.S. and came to AIS in grade 10. He was student council vice president, volleyball and baseball captain, was an MUN, and played basketball. Next year he will serve in the Israel Defense Forces. His favorite quote is, "It's better to regret something you did than something you didn't do."
David Louis Blanca.
David is from Great Britain, speaks Hebrew, and came to AIS in grade 10. He has been active in MUN as chair and delegate, and has been involved in volleyball and student council. He has been accepted to NYU and will take a gap year next year. His favorite quote is, "When you lose, don't lose the lesson."
Paul Orr Wachowski.
French and German, and has lived in Germany. He came to AIS in grade 8 and was the founder of Falcon TV, hockey marathon captain, media representative for MUN, and other school programs. Next year he will attend Brandeis University. His favorite quote is, "Sometimes life hits you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith." He thanks his teachers and the entire 12th grade who have changed him as a person during his experience at AIS.
Eitan Hoffman.
Israeli, speaks Hebrew, and came to AIS in grade 8. He has been involved in hockey, tennis, soccer, handball, and was student council president. Next year he will serve in the Israel Defense Forces. His favorite quote is, "The joy of life comes from our encounters with new experiences, and hence there is no greater joy than to have an endlessly changing horizon, for each day to have a new and different sun."
Alexandra Reagan.
American and Israeli, speaks Hebrew and came to AIS in grade 5. She was involved for the last 4 years in MUN as undersecretary, chair, and delegate. She played soccer and varsity volleyball. Next year she will serve in the Israel Defense Forces. Her favorite quote is, "We're all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars."
Zoya Kazakova.
Zoya is Russian and Israeli, has lived in Russia, and speaks Hebrew. She came to AIS in grade 3, has served as editor of yearbook, chair in MUN, spent 9 years in student council, was in volleyball, girls club, and musicals. Next year she will serve in the Israel Defense Forces. Her favorite quote is, "I prefer dangerous freedom over peaceful slavery." Zoya adds that although her father is not with her today, he He is absolutely pivotal in her standing here and has been a big inspiration to her success, and she thanks him.
Fourth row, please sit.
Okay, it's time for me to declare you graduates, so if everybody will please stand. By my authority as high school principal, I tell you to move your tassels from the right to the left and declare you high school graduates. Congratulations.
That's right. That's what all the people say. You're riding hard in April, shut down in May. But I know folks say that's
Watch that one burn. Watch it burn. That's black. That smoke is black. It's burning. That smoke is not. Look at all of those.
Oh, can you really like it?
It's such a pretty light.
That
That is not good. That is not
Kí ló fẹ́ lọ fi ṣe? Kí ṣe nǹkan ìṣeré náà? Event náà ti máa ń lò náà.
Why is it black?
So you know the plus when you put it oh, it got to budget.
The first one yẹn ló lọ òkè jù. Wo lọ́ọ̀kan lọ́ọ̀kan. Òun nìyẹn lọ́ọ̀kan lọ́ọ̀kan.
Ó try, mo ti lọ kí yẹn tó lọ.
Mo ń tèkì ẹ.
Ìyẹn kò ti sọ mi. Sọ fún kílẹ̀ ni yẹn sọ.
Mo ń tèkì ẹ sẹ́, mo ń tèkì ẹ ṣì bí kíní tó ń.
Okay guys, photo. I like it. To be as a gentleman. Come on.
Ẹ ta kókó yẹn ti máa tán.
How far is it? Does this?
Oh, you have to do
Wait, one's burning. בינתיים הסיניורס מדליקים מנורות כאלה ומפריחים כאן לשמיים. אז את מתקרבת לבית ספר, תסתכלים קצת על השמיים, כי מנורות כאלה עולות לאוויר.
Look over here, Tyler.
קצת, לא נורא.
היא וידאו.
לא,
תמשיכי.
מהשעה של הבית ספר, כרגיל. אם את רוצה אני אלך עד הכיכר, תגידי לי בכל מקרה להגיד שאת עוברת את פולג ואני אצא לכיוון הכיתה.